Hello, happy believers. Saint Joseph had 4 dreams where an angel spoke to him. The following are the 4 dreams. This is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. His mother Mary was pledged in marriage to Joseph. But before they came together, she was found to be with child through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was a righteous man and was unwilling to disgrace her publicly, he resolved to divorce her quietly. Matthew chapter 1, verses 20 to 25. After he, Joseph, had pondered these things, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to embrace Mary as your wife, for the one conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 7, verse 14. Behold, the virgin will be with child, and will give birth to a son, and they will call him Immanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke up, he did as the angel of the Lord had commanded him, and embraced Mary as his wife. But he had no union with her until she gave birth to a son, and he gave him the name Jesus. Reflection. This must have been a very difficult time for Joseph to find out his girlfriend was pregnant, and he knew he was not the father of her child. Joseph's head must have been in a spin, trying to figure it all out and trying to come to terms with it. Because he loved Mary and God, he wanted to do the right thing and the best thing that he could do. And out of kindness and generosity of heart, unwilling to disgrace her publicly, he resolved to divorce her quietly. It says, Joseph pondered these things, so he thought a lot about the situation he was in. He came up with what he thought was the best solution. Joseph must have found some peace with his answer as he fell asleep. Then in a dream, an angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, Do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife, for the one conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. What relief Joseph must have had, as it would also have confirmed that Mary would have told him. It would have also have confirmed what Mary would have had already told him. And Joseph would also remember it was already spoken through a prophet. But Joseph never thought he would be part of that prophecy being fulfilled. What a shock for Joseph to get. When Joseph woke up, he did as the angel of the Lord had commanded him, and embraced Mary as his wife. The second dream is in Matthew chapter 2, verses 13 to 15. When the Magi had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. Get up, he said, take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him. So he got up, took the child and his mother by night, and withdrew to Egypt, where he stayed until the death of Herod. This fulfilled what the Lord had spoken through the prophet. Out of Egypt I called my son. Reflection. After the wise men left the stable where Jesus lay in the manger, while Joseph was sleeping, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream saying, "Take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt." This was another prophecy being fulfilled. They stayed there until the death of Herod. The third dream is in Matthew chapter 2, verses 19 to 21. After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt. "Get up," he said, "take the child and his mother and go to the land of Israel, for those seeking the child's life are now dead." So Joseph got up, took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. The angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph again in a dream, as he previously said he would. "Stay there until I tell you." The final and fourth dream in Matthew chapter 2, verses 22 to 23. But when he, Joseph, learned that Archelaus was reigned in Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. And having been warned in a dream, he withdrew to the district of Galilee, and he went and lived in a town called Nazareth. So what was fulfilled, what was spoken through the prophets: "He will be called a Nazarene." In this dream, he was asked to change direction, as Joseph was afraid, and he went to Nazareth instead. And this was to fulfill another prophecy. Reflection. There is no record of Joseph speaking in the Gospels. Joseph was a quiet man, a silent man. He was a peaceful man. He rested and slept. Joseph was the closest man to Jesus, and yet he remained silent. Is there a message here for us? For us to become closer to Jesus, do we need to be silent? To contemplate? Is our silence in adoration, sitting in a church, a reminder of Joseph? How it is important to listen for guidance, etc. Also Joseph was obedient to the angel of the Lord, without hesitation, without fear. Joseph had a huge part to play in looking after Jesus as a vulnerable baby. It was a huge responsibility. Yet Joseph was a peaceful man. Joseph also shows us that we do not need to be running around, getting stressed, pushing ourselves to the limit, and putting ourselves under pressure. Instead, everything unfolds as it will in God's time. It is God who is in control, and Joseph knew that. It was while he was resting and sleeping that God spoke to him through the angel of the Lord in a very powerful way. Joseph trusted God's timing and was obedient in all he was asked to do, and was always courageous. I think we can also learn from Joseph to slow down and just let our faith life just happen naturally. It's God's will, not ours. Please like, subscribe and share so we can all live our wonderful Catholic faith together in all its richness. Next painting, very, very soon. Watch this space. Until then, remember, slow down.